What's up, everybody out there in internet land? It's your brother Moshe coming to you live from one of the man caves. Well, not one anymore, just the man cave. And welcome to the Schizophrenic Channel, when you never can tell what topic is ever going to be covered. Like I said in the last video, I was going to do a vape review on the Fire Luke. Well, excuse me. Freeman Mesh Pro. I think that's the name of it. Hold on, let's double check the box. You know you're getting older when you start making faces like this to read something. Yeah, Freeman Mesh Pro. So, before we get started, time to take a toke. But before we do, let's hit it up. Right now, the coil is reading at, and I've just been breaking in this coil. I've been using this tank and the triple mesh coils for about, I would say, about a week and a half now. I think this is the fourth coil I went through. This is the second triple mesh coil I went through. I went through the single that came with it and the double that comes with it. So, you've already seen the vapor production, but I'm going to give you a much better idea. We're at 80 watts with wide open airflow. I think we're going to turn it up to 85. You know what? We're going to turn it to 90. It says the best between 80 and 110. We're going to turn it up to 90. Time to take a toke. A little bit warmer, but so much more flavor. And you can tell it's very, very dense. And of course, I got it on the Boo-Poo drag. I've been rocking this mod. I came off of Smock products. I don't have a single Smock tank left. I had the TV8, I had the TV12, I had the Baby Beast, and I got rid of all of them because the coils were just, it was crap. I didn't have a problem with the leaky tanks. And the only Smock product I have left is the Pro Color mod. And it's only an extra mod just in case I drop that and that breaks. This is the only reason why this one is still hanging around. But before I continue, time to wet the whistle. Still same thing, Pinot Noir. In this glass, I think this is about a 5-ounce pour. And I gotta say, when I first started vaping, I had all Smock products. All Smock products. Smock mods, Smock tanks, Smock coils. And when I first started vaping, this is more of a tip for beginner vapors that are coming off of cigarettes. You killed your taste buds, homie. I've even known with foods, I don't use nowhere near the amount of condiments or salt, pepper, and seasonings that I used before, because my taste buds are starting to come back to life. So you're really not going to taste your juice too much if you're first coming off of cigarettes. That's just a rule of thumb. Smoking cigarettes kills your taste buds, amongst many other things. Now, I have the Freeman Fire Luke Mesh. Which is a lot smaller, holds less e-liquid, and you can't run it too high. You can't run it higher than 80 watts. I wouldn't recommend it anywhere near 80 watts. Usually about 65 to 70 watts, I would say, is the key point. You play around with the airflow. The other day, I think about 3 weeks ago, it was stuck, and I wrapped some paper towel around it and used some channel locks to open the tank, and I squeezed it a little too hard, so it's not so easy to use anymore, but I'm still keeping it as a backup tank. All right, let's get back to the Freemax Mesh Pro. Oh my God, dude, the one thing I've always loved about Smock products was the cloud production. You gotta give credit where credit is due, I believe, when you're doing reviews. The Smock products, the Baby Beast, yeah, it was good vapor production. The TV8 tank, much better. The TV12, V12, whoa, I used to blow out clouds. If I was watching a movie, I couldn't even see the screen. And since I steered away from Smock products, I've been looking for a tank to replace as far as that vapor production is concerned. I got into rebuildables for a little bit. When it comes to stuff like that, I'm not a tinkerer. I got big hands, the tools are very little, the build decks, the coils, the cotton, everything is very finite, and you need a certain amount of patience to get into that. Me, coming off of cigarettes, you're looking for something simple. I knew every time I bought a pack of Newport, I was going to get the same experience every single time. With that being said, I gotta tell you, one of the best tanks I've had since I came off of Smock. I went with the UL Valerian. The 2 coils that came with it, very, very good. The replacement coils I got, after 2 to 3 days, I was getting burnt, dried hits. Now, I don't know if it was just the pack I bought, but again, it's why I've become a little bit of a fanboy of regulating the vape industry. It's bad, and I don't think it's specific to one company. I know Smock has been notorious, but this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, and this is my own conspiracy theory towards the vaping industry, I think they make a lot more profit off of selling new tanks than they do off of selling replacement coils. What I've noticed is that you come out with a new tank, they stop paying attention so much to the quality control of the old coils because they want you to buy that new tank. So what better way, especially from an ex-smoker, and I think this is my own theory, most vapors are ex-smokers. And we all know, especially if you're an ex-smoker, you'll do anything you can to avoid withdrawal or to get that nicotine fix. I mean, let's face it, guys. Very roundabout way, we're addicts. That's what we are. So I get a little bit passionate about corrupt business. Oh, God. When I was younger, and I was born 1972, I mean, things were corrupt, but it just wasn't to this point that it is now, and it's just going to get worse. So, it's just, you make your money however you make your money, you spend your money, you start to feel like disrespected after a little bit, and then you get mad, you get pissed. But I gotta tell you, man, super impressed with this thing. I mean, number one, let's get back to the tank. vapor production, right? We're at 90 watts. It rates at best between 80 and 110. I've taken it up to 95, wide open airflow. It's a little bit of a warm vape for me, too warm. And I don't mind a little bit of temperature, but I don't want to feel any burning on my lips. Just, I'm going to pull it back a little bit, and I'm going to let you check out the vapor production. Now, mind you, I've been off of cigarettes for a while, so my lung capacity is a lot greater than it used to be. Dense, flavorful vapor. But I will say this, the Freeman Fire Luke Mesh, more flavor. Oh, what juice am I toking on? Right now, it's Bazooka Mango Madness. And I don't get a lot of sour. Bazooka is traditional for sour. A very, 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 very distinct mango candy flavor. And off of the triple mesh, you get it. I noticed with the double mesh, I was getting just a little bit more flavor, but I wasn't as happy with the vapor production as I am with this tank. But this, I've been looking for a replacement from those smock tanks, and this, for me, is the replacement. Flavor is there, but I will say this. If you're looking for flavor and you're not too interested in the cloud production, I would say a good the Falcon Horizon Tech. I got to tell you guys, flavor, flavor, flavor. But for me, I noticed with the Falcon Horizon Tech, just like a lot, after the third day, you're losing some flavor. On average, I get 5 days to a coil, maybe 7 days to a coil. It also has a lot to do with whatever juice you're smoking on, the amount of sweeteners in it, how often you vape. I do vape like I used to smoke, but not so much. The tip is it's replaceable. You pull it out and you can put any other drip tip that you got in it, even if you have an adapter. It's an airflow hog, but not too bad, guys. Not too bad at all. It is resin because it's a lot bigger. It's a lot easier to grip than the smaller Freeman Fire Luke Mesh. If you got the Freeman Pro, all the coils you got with that are very compatible with this. But I stick with mesh. For me, number one, I'm a flavor chaser, but I need that cloud production. It's something when I go with a lesser tank, you're not getting the nicotine levels that I'm looking for, and I only do 3 milligrams. With most 6 milligram tanks, 6 milligram juices, it's a little bit too harsh for my throat. I've tried a couple, and not for me. Everything's very clean. Screwing off the base, very, very easy to replace the coils. I haven't had to use a channel lock yet, or any sort of additional tools. Comes with a spare tank. I tried the single coil. Flavor there, but vapor production, not for me. I bought a ton of the triple, and I may go back and forth between the triple and the double. But I gotta tell you, man, I don't have any cons. This is my major tank. And I really hope in 6 months their coils don't go to crap and they come out with some new tank that I'm gonna have to buy. But I gotta tell you, man, A+ in my book. Love y'all. God bless.